Hello, my name is One Hicks and I am a citizen of Dorset and I have a myDorset Care Record or myDCR account. Today I'm going to show you what it's like to have access to your own record. Now here I'm just logging in using my own username and password, which has been set for me as part of the registration process. So anyone involved with my care can invite me, and you can see here I can reset or check my username and reset my password if I need to. So this is my own Dorset Care Record or myDCR, and you can see I don't have any upcoming appointments. However, if I need it for reference, I can see the previous appointments that I've had. Also, I can go to my health record where I've got goals, actions, shared files, documents, and the health library. So in my goals, once they load, I can see my goals, which I set these myself here, this one. So I need to reduce my A1C percentage. So I've set this, and then my clinician has set goals for me around reducing cholesterol and pain control. And I can update these as and when I want to, just by putting the figure in there and clicking on the tick. I can also just close that. I can also add another goal if I want to, and I have a drop down list here of goals that I might want to use, or I can set a custom goal for myself. And equally, any clinician or professional involved in my care can update my goals for me or add goals for me if that's appropriate. Actions can be standalone actions. They can also be linked to my goals, which is really helpful. So here you can see there's a test action that was added by my clinician. And for example, if my goal was weight management or weight reduction, I could set actions, or my clinician could set actions for me around eating less takeaways, taking more exercise, eating more vegetables, those kind of things. And they could all be put on as separate actions, so we could look at those in our appointments and measure the progress I'm making. Shared files here gives me the opportunity to share files with my clinician, and they can be seen by any other professionals involved in my care. So I can click on here and attach a file if I want to. I'm going to attach here a picture of a fox, and then I can add any sort of category I choose. So say I put stoma for this one, for example, and then here I can put shared file. Anything here, and in the demo purposes, I do need to click the acknowledgement here to say that this is an unmonitored service, so it's not monitored 24/7, but then any of the professionals will be able to see that I've shared this. They will get a notification to say that I've shared that. Documents gives me the opportunity to receive letters, reports, etc. from my clinicians. For example, a letter after a clinic. So here I've got a report. This is my colonoscopy report. So rather than this being printed and posted and sent to me, then I might mislay it, or it may go to the wrong address, or someone else may open it, I will get this through my myDorset Care Record, and then I can view this and keep it safely for future reference. The health library doesn't have anything in it yet for me, but when my clinicians tag me in relevant documents, for example, an information booklet ahead of my colonoscopy, I would be able to access that and read that here. The next stage I have in my myDCR is links to different helpful websites. For example, the R Dorset applications website, which is the Orca Health Library. So if I wanted to search for an application that I could use on my phone that would help me manage COPD or diabetes, for example, I could do that here. I can also access information videos from our Dorset Digital using that link. And then the key websites here, which if I wanted something new added to this for my own benefit, I could request that. There's links here to different approved websites for more information about specific conditions, and also more general things like Live Well Dorset and Steps to Wellbeing for physical and mental health support. The next one is the Dorset Care Record website, so I can click on that to very easily get into the Dorset Care Record website, which is the wider system that my Dorset Care Record is a part of. And equally, I've got Contact Us and Help and Guidance links there if I want them. I'm also able to set myself a support network. So these will be friends and family members who I choose to include here, so that any of my clinicians or professionals can see who is involved in my care in terms of support and whether or not I give consent to share information with them. I can change this information, update phone numbers, etc. with also consent or add consent anytime I want, just by literally clicking on the person, editing them, and then, for example, here it's saying that the consent to share is unknown, so I will just change that to yes, click on update. That will redirect to my list of friends and family members, and then any clinicians will be able to see that. Hopefully it will in a moment, and then any clinicians will be able to see, there we are, and then instead of it saying unknown, it says yes. So now anybody logging into the Dorset Care Record via the clinical portal in the hospital, for example, can see that I've given consent to share information with my friend Daffy Duck. I can also, for example, let's use Fred Flintstone here. I can send an invitation to Fred by completing this form to invite Fred to be my representative if I wanted Fred to have access to my own care record. So this would generate an email to Fred. He could complete the registration process, and then he would be able to log in and access my health record, as well as having, once he's registered for his own health record, he can do that for himself as well. As well as my friends and family, which I have control over and which professionals involved in my care can see, there's also care team and organisations down here. So I can see who's involved in my care from a professional point of view, what they do, their names and phone numbers if that's appropriate for me to know. Then at the bottom here, I've got just basic information which comes from my GP surgery, and I can contact my GP to have this information updated if I so wish. And up in the top right hand corner where I can click on profile, it's a similar thing, but I have control over this. So I can update my password, I can update the email address that I receive notifications to, and I can add a mobile phone number if I want to. The other element in this corner is notifications. So here I've been able to set notifications. So whenever a document is published in my myDCR, for example, a clinic letter, an appointment letter, or any other document, an endoscopy report, for example, then I will get an email notification to say that a document's been published, and I can log in here and read that, as I've just shown you. And equally, if a clinician was to share or edit or delete a file, then I will get an email notification about that. And any representatives that I've invited to view my record and who have completed the registration process will also get notifications and will be able to log in and read that information on my behalf if that's appropriate. But equally, I don't have to let anybody have access to my health record if I don't want to. And then finally, once I finish viewing my health record, I can just click on log out, and that will take me back to the login page.